people teach these defenses in different ways. And I've trained in a lot of different systems, and the thing is that like I said before, even if it works in here, like something could work in here because your partner's letting go and like they're not choking you really hard, but you need to actually make sure that it's going to work out there. Otherwise, you're not going to have the confidence in it, and more importantly, it's not going to work if you ever find yourself in the real situation. One of the benefits of Krav Maga is that it is nothing but a self-defense system. That is it. There's nothing else to it, and it's been tested in real situations. I mean, I've had clients that have, been in these situations, and we recreate them, and they go through the movements, and they're like, oh, this really does work. And when we as instructors get tested, we're tested with people that are like not forgiving. They're not going to let go. You really have to work these techniques. And it's just basic principles. Stuff like joint manipulation, trips, and flips, and throws. They look awesome. And on the screen, they're fantastic. And in competition, they're so cool. But the reality is that there's absolutely no way in hell that I'm going to successfully joint manipulate my way out of an attack. It's not going to happen based on strength. It's not going to happen based on how dynamic something is. And if you guys have never been in a situation or you've never really seen a situation, go home and YouTube street fight. You're going to see a bunch of guys brawling, but the point is it's going to give you an idea of the speed, of the intensity, of just how dynamic and variable it is. The thought of being able to pressure point somebody, and get out of something, it's just so completely unrealistic. And from my years of doing this, I work with survivors that have been in these situations, and I cannot stress enough the intensity of violent crime against women. It is not what you guys think it is. It's on a level of hatred and intensity and pain and fear that you honestly cannot begin to understand unless you've been in the situation. That's why it's so important that when we learn this stuff, we need to be as true as possible to how it would actually be on the street, knowing that we can never actually duplicate it completely. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Are there any questions at all? This system that I teach, you guys got like such a tiny, tiny little piece of it, and this choke is such a tiny little piece of it. Any attack you can think of, arm pull, purse grab, hair grab, being on the ground with someone in between your legs, a rape situation, someone being on top of you, mounted, like sitting on you, punching you, being picked up in a bear hug, being pulled with a choke, carjacked, someone getting into your car with you, being sexually assaulted on a bed when you're under the covers and now someone's on top of you. How can you fight when you've got covers on you? Everything that you pretty much can think of, we have a way out of, and it's all simple and it all makes sense, and it all works. It has to be trained,
Right.
Any questions at all for me? Literally about anything, even if like your
Where do you do your training? Where are your classes and where do you do your training?
Right now, I'm working with small private groups and workshops just like this one. Is primarily what I have on the schedule. So at the moment, I don't have ongoing group classes that you can just jump into. The best way to continue training is either privately with me or to find a group of women like you guys and book me and put something on the schedule. Like if this is something you were interested in doing, even if it was once a month, or twice a month or once every other month, just as kind of a refresher so you can learn more stuff. We could definitely talk about doing that for sure.
Have you ever been attacked before in your life?
I've